Welcome to episode 5 of my official server ARK Mobile PvP series. In this episode we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, base building, taming, and I think it's going to be pretty exciting, so let's just dive right in. To start off though, my base had been raided, so I had to respawn on the beach and get ready to build up a new little house for myself. First things first, I found where my old house was and went inside to check the damage, and everything was gone. So I was not happy at all. But basically what I decided to do is just build a new base in the same spot except out of stone, because I did not think this one was going to be raided so easy. So I decided to learn all those engrams and get on with it. While I was exploring the area to see if there was anyone nearby, I did stumble across this sleeping guy in his base, but for some reason I couldn't access his inventory, and I also was having some trouble damaging him. After crafting up a stone pick, I managed to kill him completely, and I harvested him for little meat, but he didn't drop an inventory bag, so I'm really not sure what I was supposed to do there. I did find this other bed nearby, which I decided to hack at a little bit, just in case he was planning on respawning nearby. I decided that before I really started base construction, I would find an explorer note, but after doing a knowledge of your forebear's pursuit and finding the note it pointed me to, it said that this wasn't the correct note, so I just decided to call it a day and move on. And so began the gathering. Gathering stone especially is really slow. So all I wanted to do here was build a 2x1 house. I'm going to show you all the times my pickaxes broke and all the times I placed things down, just to give you some sort of perspective as to what this insane grind took. And that's the first break right there. Amidst this insane grind, I did at least manage to get a level up, which I again just stuck into movement speed. I'm going to be surprised if anyone on this server will be able to run as fast as me soon. And so my 2x1 was finally done. I did just need to get a bed and some other basics like a refining forge, campfire, and maybe a mortar and pestle as well. To start this process, I did need to get some hide, so I decided to make some weapons. Here I managed to kill a level 5 RG, which gave me a ton of hide. I then went after this parasaur, which was only a level 1. Unfortunately, I ran out of arrows last second, so I started hacking at it. And amidst this, an RG came for me as well. I did kill the parasaur pretty easily, and took its hide without worrying about the RG for now. After an insane fight with the RG, I was left injured with almost no health at all. But it did give me the last bits of hide I needed to make a bed. I know I'm using a pickaxe right now, don't make fun, because I was really just doing it for the meat at the moment, and my normal axe was broken. So I finally got the bed down after quite a long process, which was so handy because now I could respawn. Next up, I just gathered some basic materials I needed to make a campfire, and I got that out of the way pretty quick. I had a bunch of rummy on me from killing the Archies and the Parasaur, so I went to get some wood to cook it, and yeah, that would fix my hunger issue. Next on the agenda was a refining forge. So I had to craft up some arrows, grab some meat, and get ready to kill some creatures because you need 65 hide, as well as a bunch of other stuff for a refining forge. First on my hit list was this innocent level 1 Parasaur, which did provide some nice hide. Next up I decided to go for this Trike, but I kept hitting it in the head, which was super annoying, and it was rushing me pretty bad. Luckily I got this pretty nice shot off right into its leg and managed to down that as well. This added a lot to my forming hide collection. Next up I had to gather a ton of stone because refining forges need 125 to be crafted. Finally I grabbed up some wood and I was ready to craft up the forge. I placed it down right next to my bed because I really do not have much space in this little New York style apartment. And then I went out to grab some metal because I needed 5 bars to make a smithy. I finally grinded up enough materials to place down my smithy. But right when I did, I realized I had completely blocked my door. So I had to destroy this wall, destroy my door frame, destroy my door, and then add in a new wall, a new door frame, and a new door. And on this official server, destroying structures does not give you any materials back, which is super annoying. Now that my base was done, I took a break from the grind and logged off, and when I logged back on, it was day, which was nice and much better for recording. My goal now was to find and tame a raptor, because they're very versatile, they do a lot of damage, and they're much faster than parasaurs. I also just wanted to do some general exploring, see if I could find any players to potentially kill. While exploring, I did find this very interesting looking metal tower, which was decaying in 7 days, meaning the owner was likely online. There was also an identical one right next to it, also owned by the same person, only decaying in 3 days. I thought this was really strange. It's possible this guy was pay to win or something, but it's also possible he had this crazy infrastructure on the server allowing him to build tons of metal structures. I'm not sure what the purpose of these was, but yeah, thought it was very strange indeed. After doing a lot more exploring and coming back to my base, I did actually find a raptor who killed me right next to my base, which is why my inventory is completely empty. Here's another clip of it absolutely ravaging my body. My plan here was just to tame it up and be on my merry way, but it was super annoying to get the stuff I needed to tame it while it was right outside my base. Again with the same gear, I went for the tame, but I did not have enough stones, and as you can imagine, I died again. After a brutal respawn cooldown and a couple close calls, I ended up grabbing enough stone where I thought I could trade the raptor out. So I just took my first pot shot and it immediately tranked out. I'm pretty sure its torpidity must have been a little high from earlier when I was shooting stones at it, but whatever. Either way, it was unconscious. While I was taming that guy up, I realized I needed to make a saddle, which cost me 120 hide, more than anything so far, but at this point I was also getting pretty good at just shooting down RGs, so I decided to farm those up for the saddle. After finally getting enough hide and crafting up my saddle, I came over to see a very nice looking raptor, and don't talk about how I tamed it with cooked meat. I stuck the saddle on, and boom, my first aggressive mount of the season. So I went to go test it out naturally, but if you guys are feeling attached at this point, I would maybe keep your hopes down. I decided to fight this level 9 stego who was just sitting right near my base, and I really did not think it would be an issue at all. Although I did realize my raptor's stamina was at an all-time low. I've never used a raptor this level 2 before, so I guess this sort of makes sense. And I was also having this issue where I would be right on the stego hitting it, but it wasn't taking any damage. So that wasn't helpful either. And it really packed a punch because my raptor barely had any health. As you can see here, I almost died instantly. So I managed to get the stego down to 126 health, but I was basically dead myself, or my raptor was at least. So I decided to take it into the proximity of my base and then just fight the stego myself. At this point it was just a race against time, with me trying to kill the stego before the stego killed my raptor, and my raptor died. So yeah, that's a big RIP right there, especially because it took me a long time to get, but it's okay. Its saddle lives on. I finished it off by just cooking up some meat, and I think that really brings me to the end of this video. If you watched it all the way through, you're an absolute legend, and yeah. I also did complete this last pursuit, I forgot to mention, just to give myself another level, sort of as a consolation. Anyways, that's the video done. Goodbye.